folks? Welcome back to Adam and Jessie. We are driving home after a successful follow-up appointment for Jessie's LASIK surgery here in Greensboro, North Carolina. So we're pretty thankful that that was a success. And what we want to talk about today is 3 of the main contributing factors to being successful on week 1 of the keto way of eating. So I think we broke it down to 3. There's obviously some more, little more minor ones, but the 3 main ones we come up with. Number 1 is meal prepping. And what we did was, when we first started talking about the ketogenic diet, was that we, first of all, we watched some YouTube videos, and then we decided to take ourselves down to, we're fortunate enough to have a Barnes & Noble that wasn't too far from us, so we could get our hands on some books without having to wait for them to be shipped in. So that's what we did. We went down there, Barnes & Noble. That's where we had our farewell coffee, or what was it, a Frappuccino?
It was Frappuccino. We went all out.
We went all out with some Frappuccino coffee as we sat there and read and looked at several keto books. So anyways, that led to us finding a nice book that would give us, actually a couple different books that would give us you know, some meal prep or meal planning, and of course the shopping list that we've talked about before. And we found that to be invaluable, as it really made it to where we didn't have to think a lot about our foods. We just used the shopping list, bought our foods, and cooked them up, prepped them on a Sunday, and had that ready to go for the entire week. So there really wasn't a whole lot of thought involved. And we have 3 children as well, and everything still turned out really good. And honestly, it wasn't hard. The food prepping was very easy. The type of meals were very good. So the second thing that we found to be really valuable was having a way to track your carbs. And we kind of touched on that a little bit, on having an app. We use one called Senza, and there's a lot of different ones. And honestly, there could be ones that are better than Senza. There could be ones that are worse than Senza. That's just what we used. That went along with the book that we had. So we found it to be very helpful, since we don't necessarily know the carb counts. And obviously before the ketogenic diet, we didn't really care so much. We never really counted them. So having something to track it helps you know throughout the day where you're at, what you've got left, if you should take it easy on the next meal, or maybe you've done well and you can have maybe some cream-filled strawberries or something, which I happen to like. So that really helped out a lot, keeping us aware of what foods had what kind of carbs in it. And so we're starting to get a little bit more familiar with that. What is number 3?
Number 3, we have a good support system, because we went into it together. So it's not like you're eating one thing and I'm eating another thing. We're eating the same meals. So we have good accountability partners. Mm-hmm. Me and you. And then the kids kind of, they tolerate us.
They do, and we're accountability partners to each other. Of course, the app helps keep us accountable as well, because if we go over, it gives us a nasty red number that says we've went over a carb or 2 or something, you know. And we've done good keeping it right about 25, which is good, total carbs. But I think it's important to have an accountability partner, because, well, one that's close to you, like a husband and wife. Not everybody gets that privilege, or not everybody can get their spouses to join in with them. It's not easy. The first week's not easy.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard for you to, like, if you're sitting there eating your biscuits and gravy and stuff, and I just got like a piece of sausage for the out of the deal or something.
Right. And it's kind of like, why am I trying if they don't try?
Right.
You kind of get together, and that's happened to us on several occasions. There's several occasions where you've wanted to do maybe a sugar detox diet, or even use another app that has a diet in it. And, you know, I would try it with you, maybe kind of half-hearted, or maybe I'd try okay for a couple days, but just wasn't feeling it.
That's hard to do. It's hard to make those restrictions. But this time, I think, since we had the books in there, and we had like, we knew what kind of desserts we could have if we, you know, stayed in our little carb range and stuff. So I think that helped too.
Right.
It's not as restrictive, as long as you know.
Right.
You know, like I got my brownies in the freezer.
True. And we really haven't ate a lot of those, even though they're low carb ones and stuff. But we really go by that app, and we really make sure that we're, you know, within our limits, and I think that's very important. So I think those 3 things. I think the last one is meaningful, because I think it gives us something to do together.
Yeah.
It gives us a lot more stuff to talk about together. We can compare, and then of course, now that we've both been part of that healthy wage and made a bet on our success, we can kind of, and then we're each other's lifeline through that.
Right.
So that's even more accountability. But I think doing it with somebody is always a lot more fun. I mean, when you were a kid and stuff, it was a lot more fun to have somebody play with.
True.
You know, than it was play by yourself. So anyways, that is the top 3 things that we feel like made the biggest contribution to us being successful through week 1. So
we're wrapping up week 2 now.
We are,
we
yeah.
only got a few more days left in week 2.
Yeah, we're about done with week 2, and we'll see what we'll kind of revisit our whole week and figure out what we felt like made a huge contribution to this week as well. It'll probably be similar, but there may be a little changes, little additions. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. We will check back in. Everything is on track as we want it to be. So we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.